All right, so today we're going to adjust some brakes. We're going to do a full adjustment. So to do that, I'm going to actually start with taking the whole brake caliper off. I find it's easier to take the brake caliper off by taking out those two bolts right there that hold it on. And then here we can see, here's our brake pads. If we were going to change out our brake pads, we got the little pull tabs on here so we could pull it out. But what's going on with this guy is this inside pad is wearing down, and we want to kind of correct for that. And we want to do that in the main adjustments here. So this tab over here on this BB7, when I screw that in, it actually pushes that pad over. This is an all mechanical brake pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it so that way I got some brake pad out there. And then I'm going to adjust this one. I'm going to pull it all the way back. So that way I got a gap in there. You can see that gap. And then from there, I'm actually going to do some cable adjustments too. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up. So that way it will pull all the way down. And then we got two screws on the top side of the unit. And so I'm going to go ahead and loosen those so that way the brake pad caliper here can actually wiggle back and forth. From there, it's just basically a reassemble process. This one I did have to use some spacers on. So what I do is stick this in here. Well, we might have got it a little bit too tight. So these spacers make it a little bit harder, but most of my kits don't have spacers. Jump over here and grab that runaway nut. And we're going to do the same thing on this side over here. Sure do got some slippery nuts today. Alright, so from here we want to mount this bracket securely. And then we're going to come up and we're going to test our brakes up here. So we do got some pull, but not quite where I like it. So I'm going to loosen up the cable down here. I'm going to try to hold the end over here, and I'm going to slide it up. And this is how I mechanically set my brake tension. So now you can see over here we're nice and tight, so I can't pull it all the way in. And then what I like to do is I like to grab a handful of brake, and then these two screws up here, I like to now tighten those up. And that's how you set your brakes.